He pegged, all right?
Alright, we are now live. Episode 36 of the Arty 84 show. As always, the Adam the Mallet here in studio on this very fine Thanksgiving Eve.
It's weird not seeing the TV on.
Which one? That one?
Either way. Usually there's something I can watch in the background or something that's...
Technical difficulties today. If anyone out there... yes.
Okay.
If anyone out there has ever encountered this issue with a brand new Mac Mini, we're upgrading the operating system to, I believe, it is Sahara. That's the name of it.
Mm-hmm.
And it crashed halfway through the update. And, yeah. Now it's dead.
I've never heard of that happen.
If anyone out there can tell me, I don't know if you can see it, I'll set it up again.
You've already committed as an Apple user, so there's just no going back. Again, like once you have everything like that, there's just no, you have to stick with it.
Yeah,
You love it, you go with it. The products are good. They are. So it's like, just stick with it. Yeah, like I look at it at an Apple phone, and I'm like, my brain just, I don't understand it.
The computer restarted because of a problem. Press any key or wait a few seconds for starting up. Essentially what happened is the operating system is corrupt.
Corrupt? Would a virus get in there?
No.
What hit corruption?
Well,
like virus.
What happens is when you install a new operating system over it, it deletes the existing operating system first. Therefore,
So why did it do an update?
Usually it backs up.
that's what I was doing. It crashed during the backup. So
Apple basically did it on purpose, so we have to go buy a new Apple.
we don't have to buy a new anything. We just got to bring it in there and they have to update the software. Well, help me we own the operating system. We just have to get it off the hard drive.
Oh, technology.
But is that going to cost us?
Probably.
I've never been charged by Apple.
Apple wants to update my software, and I just did it 2 weeks ago.
Oh, that's gonna corrupt a question mark. Virus. That's there.
I doubt it. It'll probably create another issue.
So if anyone knows any way around this, I know that the operating system is somewhere on the hard drive that we can't access because they don't have disk drives on these computers anymore. Apple's been pretty good. Every time I've taken something to Apple, they haven't charged me for anything. So
that's good. Yeah, it's just.
I'm assuming it's gonna be the same case.
That's good.
I might be able to plug it in. If not, maybe $100 to get it going again. So I don't know. It is what it is. What are you gonna do?
Hey, let's not get glum, chum. It is the eve of Thanksgiving.
It is. It's
a time of thanks, and I know we had our Friendsgiving.
That's right.
A couple days ago, which looked like a homeless shelter. They with hats on.
It did look like a homeless shelter. It looked like they just picked us up from the street.
I can't believe they had their hats on. I would never wear a hat at dinner. When you said that, you made that comment like, "What is this, a homeless shelter?"
It was chilly in here.
Not chilly enough to have that.
There's a picture of Eric. He was just looked like he was just, I don't know.
No, I think it was Matt. He
never
shoveled food in his mouth.
Oh, Maddie's always eating food. But Eric was just like, the picture was, he was just glaring into the screen for some reason. Not quite sure exactly what he was doing.
I don't think even he knew what he was doing. Remember, he did throw 5 quarterbacks.
He did throw 5 quarterbacks. That was a hell of a game. A Buffalo game. The guys threw 5 interceptions in the first quarter, or first half. Yeah. I see that being an issue for the future for that football player.
Maybe a little bit.
Maybe a
little bit.
And Celtics currently on right now. They're losing as usual in the first quarter, the first half. They're losing by 13, and they're going for 17 in a row today.
They're just feeling it out, that's what they do. But they shouldn't get in the habit of this. Obviously, getting a lead ahead is always better.
15 points they're losing by now. So
they shouldn't. I hope they're not trying to push themselves and like, let's see how, because it's ridiculous. You usually don't see this.
Yeah.
You usually don't see something like this where teams constantly fall behind and come back. It's just.
I'm still trying to figure it out, I think.
But the coach must be losing his mind. Because obviously it's great that you've won this many games, but at the same time, you never feel good, obviously, being down at halftime. And any sport.
I think he's trying to get I don't know. He's playing the bench a lot. He's trying to get the bench in a lot more than usual, but I don't know. Something keeps winning. Alex Wallace, happy Thanksgiving. to our biggest fan, Alex Wallace.
Oh my God, Alex.
And I do not see Maddie on, so I'm assuming that, again, one of them is Maddie and the other one
They were
is
both
Alex
on at the
Wallace.
same time last week.
Yeah, but they could have two computers.
That's true. Or a phone and a computer.
We usually have two computers, except for this one behind me that's not working. So, luckily, it's our secondary computer. So
last week you were complaining about the Eagles, and you were like, Dallas is going to win, and they didn't. Dallas got not just they didn't just lose, they got stomped.
yeah,
On, and you're still not convinced the Eagles are the real deal.
yeah. The Eagles. I mean, they beat Dallas.
Yeah, but that's what strength of schedule. Everybody plays crap. Look at who the Patriots have played. Ooh, like you can say the same thing about the Patriots.
Yeah,
you can always find a sliver.
The Patriots
of
aren't
teams.
that good. I mean, the Patriots are good. I mean, but like
There are no good teams in the NFL. There's like this small.
Philadelphia's
handful.
not as good as the Patriots by any stretch of the imagination.
Okay, that is a very respectable answer. But at the same time,
And I don't even
the
think
Eagles-
Philadelphia's not even the best team in the NFC.
Who is?
They're the third best team in the NFC right now.
Oh, you're gonna say the Saints because your fiance.
No, the Saints' defense right now is one of the best defenses in the league.
I am not convinced on the Saints. But
Saints and the Rams are probably the best team in the NFC.
the Rams.
LA Rams is the best team in the NFC. Second is the Saints because of their defense. Third
Which
is Philadelphia.
Sounds funny to say Saints and defense in the same sentence.
Philadelphia doesn't have that good of a defense.
Yes, they do.
You take Wentz out of the equation, that team sucks.
They have the most points in the NFL.
Here's the difference between.
They've scored the most points in the NFL, and their defense is middle ground.
We went over this last week about the teams they played, though.
Every team has played crappy teams.
That's not true because they play different teams on the schedule.
But my point is, obviously, if you're a good team, you are going to beat up on the crappy teams. But they don't just win by their last 4 games. They didn't just win by like a touchdown.
Yeah.
They stomp them, and that doesn't happen if you're a mediocre team. You stomp bad teams. You don't just beat them. You stomp them. And the Eagles have stomped
We went over this. They didn't stomp.
the last 4 games.
Well, last 4 games, but look who they play. They played shitty teams.
Dude, everybody plays shitty teams. That's my point. The
Yeah,
NFL
but, so
does
you
not
just
have good
contradicted
teams.
yourself. You say good teams should stomp bad teams,
No,
which
I
they
said
did.
good teams should beat bad teams, but they didn't
Yeah.
just beat them. They stomped them, like the last 4.
Last 3, because they only won by 10 against the Redskins, and that was a
that's
late
fine.
game.
All right, they only won by 10.
And they beat the 49ers,
But still, again, yes, they
the
should.
Broncos,
But stomped.
and the
But
Cowboys.
stomped them.
I mean, by 20.
Yeah, that's a stomp.
Okay, but a lot of teams beat other teams by 20.
But look at every other team. Show me a team that has a great schedule that's really hard. You won't. Because every team
Well,
plays
that's-
bad teams.
But,
Constantly.
yeah, but,
There's no good teams in the NFL. There's like a handful of good teams in the NFL.
well, yeah, that's why there's strength of schedule. It's a rotating schedule.
There's no such thing as strength. There's no strength of schedule because all teams suck in the NFL. There's like 5 good teams maybe in the NFL altogether. It's sad, but it's true. Show me a team that has a actual hard schedule all around.
But the way you're talking is like Philadelphia is the best team that ever existed.
No, they're not the best team. I'm just saying. I
They're
don't think
probably
you give them enough
maybe the
credit.
5th
As-
best team in the NFL right
As your
now.
hatred for them because you hate their fan base.
No, it's not just that. It's not that I hate them. It's just statistically on paper, they're probably the 5th best team.
Nah, I put him as I put him maybe third, second. I put him second or third.
Right now, hands down, the Patriots are the best team. Hands down.
And as a fan, I'm not just saying that. I really believe that they're what 5-6 game win streak.
And the overall best team. They have the defense and they have
The defense has come around lately, but
Steelers better than Philadelphia. I'm going to go on a stretch and say the
I can say that. You can make an argument.
Steelers better than Philadelphia.
Objectively, say you can make an argument.
The
for that.
Jaguars.
They have a better defense than anybody. They've given up the fewest
Yeah.
points out of anybody.
So you take the Jaguars have the best defense. Say Philly has the best offense right now.
You know, I'm curious. How are the Vikings where they are? I still find them as a joke. They're the team I am never.
There's another team that's better.
The Vikings. They don't have a quarterback.
Philly's 9-1. All right.
Yes.
All right. They scored 320 points.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot.
Okay.
More
The
than
Rams
anybody.
scored 303.
Yeah.
New Orleans 302.
Okay.
Okay. So they only scored 15 to 18 more points than the next team.
But
That's only a touchdown.
the thing is, the Vikings.
It's a field goal a game. Less than that's a safety a game for the
That's
entire
still
season.
a lot of fucking points, regardless, right? And how come the Vikings? How are the
But
Vikings?
that's-
The
I mean,
Vikings
it's
don't
like-
even have a quarterback. How are the Vikings where they are? That's what you need. At least a quarterback. Let's put it. We know the Vikings.
Because if they're in a shitty, they're in a
But we know
shitty
the
schedule.
Vikings aren't going to win a Super Bowl. We can at least eliminate them. The possibility of the Vikings winning a Super Bowl is less than the Eagles.
Right now, the Vikings have a good chance of getting the first round bye.
If they make the Super Bowl, it's going to be like Rex Grossman and the Chicago Bears. They're going to get stomped by the Patriots.
If you were to power rank these teams today, I believe the Vikings get the first round bye here. Let's see.
I just don't understand the Vikings. I have no understanding where they are, how they got where they are. They're a good team. Maybe I just don't follow them enough. I'm just trying to understand.
No, they're a terrible team.
No, but the Lions have a winning record too.
They're let's see. Statistically ranked. Philly's 9-1 because that's Vikings at second because they have the points they've scored. Let's see. No, actually, the Vikings only scored 241 and they've given up 172.
Yeah.
So that's 69.
That's closer to being closer to a 500 team, and I don't understand.
Because there's lots of shitty teams out there.
You do need a good quarterback, though.
Lots of shitty teams. That's the only thing Pittsburgh.
That's what I was
the only thing
saying
Philadelphia.
earlier.
It's the only thing Philadelphia. The top. I don't know. I can't tell you. I can't say about Vikings, but other than the Vikings, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 top 5 teams. Vikings are the only ones that don't have a quarterback.
Yeah.
But they've only scored 172 points, whereas, I mean,
they find ways to win. I give them that, but at the same, they're not going to make it.
If you were to rank these teams by points scored, let's see. Eagles, then it's the Rams, then it's the Saints, then it's the Patriots.
Points allowed. Like
Vikings are.
They'll say, yeah.
Let's see. Vikings are 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 down for points scored. For points allowed, number 1's Indianapolis.
Okay. Oh,
For
God.
280 points.
Not the Browns?
No, the Browns are actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
How did they allow?
259.
Wow.
But I don't go by the points allowed because
It is interesting, though.
the Patriots are in the middle of that mix.
Oh, just because the Patriots in the middle, you don't go by it.
Well, I mean, doesn't make any sense to go by that because.
Well, that's the strength of your defense. You allow that many points, so you have weakness somewhere.
But if that was true, the Baltimore Ravens have given up the third least points, and they're one of the worst teams in the league.
They have a decent defense. You can still have a decent defense.
Yeah, so it has nothing to do with how good your team
they
is,
got
though.
Flacco the wacko. He sucks.
Yeah, but it has nothing to do with your team. That's why I don't go with the points allowed. The points allowed mean nothing because you can let up 1,000 points and score 1,001 points every game and still be the best team.
Obviously, as long as your margin, your ratio of points scored is way better than the points allowed, it doesn't matter shit. But I think it's interesting when you see a team like the Cleveland Browns have, they're not last in it.
The Eagles have, let's see, for the division, their non-conference games to 2-1, and the last 5, that can't be right. They're not 3-5. They're 5-0 in the last 5 games. So they're in a win streak. Who's the only team they lost to?
The Jets.
They lost to the Jets?
That's the only team they lost.
Well, there you go.
What do you mean there I go?
So you can't look at schedule and say how good a team is.
I never said that mattered. You're the one who said it mattered.
You know what matters is playoffs.
Yeah.
If the Eagles don't have what it takes to get to the playoffs.
I don't know if the Eagles will be eliminated round 1. I think there are teams that are...
Well, they won't be eliminated round 1 because they're going to get the bye.
True.
They'll be eliminated round 2 from a hot team coming up.
The Lions with the playoffs are gone.
The Lions aren't going to go far. I mean, the Lions suck.
Do you think that people are writing off the Jaguars because they've sucked for so long? Or do you think they're a legitimate contender?
I think they're going to make the AFC Championship. Just because of the defense.
Yeah.
The defense is going to carry them. They're going to get a weak matchup because the Patriots are going to get a bye, and the Patriots are going to end up playing the 6th seed, who will probably be, if it was today, the 6th seed's either going to be Tennessee or it's going to be... oh shit! I mean, there's a lot of shitty teams after that. It could be Tennessee. It could be the Chargers. Still, it could still be the Bills.
Oof.
So the Pats are going to end up playing one of those shitty teams and blow them out.
I agree.
Jaguars are probably going to get the 3rd seed, and end up playing Pittsburgh. Probably they're going to play another shitty team too because they're going to get the bottom. They're going to get the 6th seed in the 1st. So. Jaguars could win 2 and get into the AFC Championship very easily by playing some shitty teams as long as they're the 3rd seed.
Yeah.
And they're only one game back of of Pittsburgh, they could still get the 2
They
seed.
really could.
I mean, there's still a possibility that the Patriots could drop down. Yes, even still,
But
if they lose.
again, the Jaguars won't go anywhere because you do need a quarterback, and they have Bortles, noodle worm Bortles.
And that's why they won't. That's why they won't go far. I mean, that's
Exactly,
why
yeah.
they'll make it to the AFC Championship, but they won't be able to go further than that. It's the same problem that happened to them in '97
Yep.
with Coughlin. When the Patriots beat them,
God, I forgot about that.
they were
Yes.
the best defenses in the league,
Yeah,
and their offense sucked. So I can't remember who the quarterback was for that.
I can't either,
Oh,
but
God.
I remember that. I totally forgot
Let's see,
about that.
'96 Jags QB. Oh God! Once I see the name, I'll know. Let's see. It was
I can see his
96
face.
Jaguars.
I don't know.
Yeah,
The Collins. Oh, that was the Panthers. I'm thinking Kerry Collins.
Coughlin was the
Um,
coach. Let's see. Mark Brunell.
well, I did not think that.
Yeah,
Okay.
Mark Brunell, who didn't do much after that season. So Mark Brunell played from '94 till 2011. He finished his career at the Jets.
Well, I'm sure he's a real Hall
He
of Famer.
played Green Bay, Jacksonville. He played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He played 10 seasons with Jacksonville. I wonder if he was part of the expansion draft.
Yeah.
And then a couple of Washington. NOR. What the hell is NOR? Oh. That's weird. Never seen the New Orleans Saints abbreviation be NOR before. That makes no sense. Where would you get the NOR from? New Orleans, or I don't know.
That's interesting. But,
So you get the odds for
yes.
games right here,
This
right?
is today. As these are freshly released from Vegas today of the gambling odds for a Super Bowl, AFC, and NFC. Who's going to take it all? And obviously the Patriots, they top 5-2 odds,
Okay.
and the Eagles then are 9-2.
Okay.
Steelers 5-1, and the Saints 7-1. Those are the top.
And what's the difference between? I mean, that's not too much of a difference between a 5-2 and a 1-1.
No, it's not. No.
So I mean, it's anyone's game, and the Browns are the only ones statistically out.
Yes, and then the 49ers are still statistically like in it. The odds are 2,500 to 1 for the 49ers.
Well, if you're in Vegas, put $1 down on the
Might as well.
old Brown, the old what team was that? The 49ers.
Yeah.
What's the Jaguars out of
This is the
curiosity?
week Jimmy G steps up and turns the whole team around, and then everybody else loses.
What's the Jaguars?
Jaguars for Super Bowl win?
Yeah.
25 to 1. And
Yeah.
they're roped in with the Lions, Panthers, and Falcons, which is interesting because the Panthers, I don't understand how they're like 7-3, I think.
Yeah, they got some lucky wins, especially
they
that
definitely do.
one in particular is the one against the Celtics
Yeah.
earlier in the season.
No, the odds.
I mean-
Played the Celtics.
Patriots. So I was watching them.
If you want to talk odds to win divisions, we're talking. If we look at the NFC, the Eagles 13 to 4, and then the Saints 4 to 1.
Yeah, it's
Those
been a
are-
long day. It's been a long week so far. The week
It's
just
one week and it's a Wednesday.
only 3 days in. Where do you knock over now? Tommy, bad boy. Tommy decided he was going to try to cook some food himself, and Jimmy Graham had a big game on Monday, and now he's missing practice because he's injured. So, if you picked up Jimmy Graham thinking he was going to do good, you
As
probably
you did
should
in a trade for your quarterback.
you probably should dump. Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, but who goes a shitty quarterback? It's like Carson Palmer, wasn't it?
You, Kirk Cousins, who's great
Kirk
fantasy
Cousins.
wise.
He's had a sucky year this year.
Fantasy wise?
Yeah, he's not that good.
Since you traded him, he's been great. You traded him to.
Not as good as the quarterback I had. Have.
I don't put a lot of value on the quarterback. If you can put up 14, 15 points as a quarterback,
That's what
in
you're
fantasy,
looking for, yeah.
You're fine. You're fine.
That league's a wash anyways. I might just start dumping that team for
You
people.
do me a fix to show this week.
Oh, the Naked Chefs.
Who'd you lose to this last week?
I lost to me or her.
Both.
Oh, I lost to Maddie, but we both
did.
had great scores. I topped over 100 points, but Maddie had 127. How does that happen?
You beat Maddie?
No, Maddie beat me,
Oh,
I think that's a record for him this year.
might be. I think he
Probably.
broke his record.
and I had 100 and somewhere between 101 and 105. I don't know.
I'm not sure how Maddie picks his teams or plays for his teams. I think he just whoever won
But
eats the best
in
meal
my
or something.
defense of shittiness, here's the thing though, like the team I have is composed of waiver wire people because everybody was lost to injury. I have like 3 members left of my original draft.
Yeah, the draft this year was interesting.
Susie has nobody on her team. Susie is the epitome of luck, where nobody on her team is lost to injury. I've seen your lineup, and it still says like draft. Like everybody is on your team. Nope, unscathed.
That's the key to
All the major players.
That's the key to fantasy football. It's all luck. It all depends on.
No, it is luck because you know who's going to get injured.
Yeah, it all depends on your injury list. I mean, and it's not like the professionals where you have a game plan backup for something like that. Once you lose the,
and that's awesome.
Once you lose your main guy, you're done. You know, it's like.
I have a backup
I think I'm
plan.
going to have Susie pick my lottery numbers. I think that's my plan.
What's your backup plan?
Susie.
I can't tell you, it's a secret.
Susie, I think you should pick my lottery numbers. I'll go halvesies on you if I win. Okay?
You'll put what on me?
I think you should pick my lottery numbers because of your luck in fantasy with having your core of good players not get injured.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to have you pick my lottery numbers, and then I'll go halvesies with you if I win.
Oh, okay. Deal.
Yeah, cool.
So,
Arty's like, well, actually, if she went, then you did.
who did you lose to this past week?
I don't remember. I stopped paying attention to that league. It's a wash at this point.
Uh-huh.
Joke's on everyone. I already spent the winning money, so
Now you got to pony it up.
whoever wins is gonna. We probably have to wait till June to get the money back. So you know,
You can't say it.
can't say what.
Who'd you lose to?
I don't know who you lost.
I don't know. I don't remember. What league are we talking about?
I think it was funny I beat Joey. I beat him. The 2 wins I have, one of them was him.
That upsets him because he reads a lot of magazines.
Oh, he does.
I walked in on him reading a magazine today.
Oh boy, what kind of magazine?
Fantasy football magazine.
Sure. Was it sticky?
He's planning on next year's
Oh, Joe Mixon.
adaptation. What he's gonna do.
Where is Joseph?
He went off and Fatty Matty. To go gallivant.
Little brother time. It's good.
I think they were picking up some broads and then hitting up the Squire for some shenanigans.
Oh, that's some shenanigans, alright.
I hate the Squire. I've been there. The only time I was there was when I met you and Eric there a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And I will never go in that place again. I mean, I feel like Route 1 has like the strip club. It's like the Banana isn't bad. The Banana is actually kind of classy. It's like you walk in there and it's like a lounge. No,
I guess so.
if you get like rate the strip clubs, we'll say Banana, Cabaret, Squire. Let's take these 3.
You'd put the cabaret with the plexiglass wall around the dance floor and the picnic tables and lawn furniture as lawn chairs as furniture over the Squire?
No, I'm not. The Squire is the worst.
No!
The Banana is. When's the last time you were in the Banana?
Banana's probably the better of the 3.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Cabaret
Banana
is
is like-
definitely not better than the Squire Club.
No, but in terms of his.
They have picnic tables for seats. They
You're
have
right.
plastic lawn
But Can I
furniture.
finish my evaluation?
Yeah.
All right. Here's the thing. I feel like the Banana. We can agree on the Banana. The Banana is the top echelon of them. It's kind of like a loungy area. You can hang with your buddy, just sit at a table, watching the girls have a drink and talk and all this stuff. And it doesn't look trashy. It doesn't look whatever. Now let's go to the Cab and the Squire.
Yeah.
The Cabaret, I agree with you in the sense of how it looks. The Squire looks better inside, but I feel like it's just more smutty, the clientele. I feel like the Cab is more white trash,
Okay.
right? And the Squire is more ghetto.
Singly offended everyone who goes to the Squire.
I don't
and
care. The Squire I feel
Cabaret.
like, is more. I'm more likely to get shot at the Squire, and more likely to have a redneck bitch at me at the Cab. And I'd rather take.
Squire Club, metal detectors. Cabaret, no metal detectors.
And there's a reason for that.
Well, I'm saying, like, you most likely get shot at the Cabaret if some redneck getting crazy in the
'cause
parking
they
lot
do
with his
that.
pickup truck.
I feel like it's more relaxed, and I feel like at the Squire, I feel like they're all these.
I can't be relaxed at a strip club. I have my anxiety levels at all. Because I don't know if I'm going to. $9 for a beer will get my anxiety level sky high.
That's Boston prices for sure.
I get relaxed there.
Wait, do you work? Shift?
No. Because the ladies love me and they come and give me massages.
See, that's when you know it's a bad night when girls are giving other girls massages.
Yeah.
It's like when it's like, oh god, the guys here are horrible. You know what?
Uncle Eric paid for that massage, too.
God. I've never gotten a massage at a strip club in my life. I would never do. I don't understand.
Once you went to Rhode Island, one of those massages and those strip clubs, not a little different. In Rhode Island, you can, strip clubs aren't strip clubs.
No, they're not. No.
It's a whole nother world down there, and I haven't been down to Rhode Island in years. But the last time I was down there, I didn't know what I was getting into when I walked into the place. I'm going to tell you, it was a whole different situation down there, if you will.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. That's if you're thinking like near the Breakers. That's Rhode Island, not Connecticut. That's Rhode Island.
What's that?
The Breakers.
Breakers.
Near the beachfront. That's Rhode Island, right?
I don't think I've ever been to that. I'm not
It's a
sure.
really nice
I
park.
live in the Providence.
Oh, really? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's. But anyway, so Taylor Swift fucked that all up because she bought a bunch of property around.
Oh,
there.
it's not the Breakers. It's
It's near the Breakers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah.
But I guess she like bought a bunch of property around there and then barricaded everything off.
Been to her house. I actually was outside her house 2 summers ago.
Oh yeah.
She put a fence up around the house. There was a private beach around it, and the fence, and then there's a private walkway down the rocks down, and people were walking the beach. So every time someone walked by from her house, I was just playing Taylor Swift music really loud.
But I thought you'd been in Rhode Island. That must have been Connecticut then.
It's technically Rhode Island. It's on the Connecticut border.
Oh, okay.
It's like the last town. It's like Wingserly or something like Waverly. I think it's Waverly.
Is that why you bought that drone? You're trying
To try to see Taylor Swift.
to switch tatas?
Yeah. She seems like a prude.
She does. She seems like the kind of woman that would have you sign a clause before you leave her place, just to make sure.
She seems very boring.
Yeah.
Seems like there would be no nothing fun to do with her. It would just be her talking about herself all
She'd
night.
be a robot in bed.
Not even that. I think it should be a robot. Period. Like a robot to dinner. Robot. They just killed us for 3 right at the buzzer. Yeah, it's always nice. Celtics are down by 13 right now. They were down by 10 with 10 seconds left, and then Miami hit a 3. And is this one good?
No,
Of course not.
Of course not.
Down by 13 at the half. So that's about the Celtics' MO this season for halftime.
That's not healthy. That's not a good business model.
Well, I think they rushed a lot of the starters early in the game to kind of, I don't know. There's got to be a method behind the madness, I guess.
No, I don't think there is. I think there. I don't know.
Best team in the league, though. I don't know what team's better than them. I really don't.
Right now, they are the best team in the league. Yes.
I mean, the West is all mediocre. The teams are all kind of blurred together. The season's a quarter of the way over, pretty much.
Yeah.
Tonight's what, game 19? There's 82 in the season, so I mean we're pretty much at the 25% mark at this point. So, at this rate, it's got a pretty good, size of people, size of games, if you will.
Yeah.
But Mark Brunell, 47 years old,
Damn.
died last year.
What?
Drug overdose.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, look at that. Did anyone know that Mark Brunell died?
Nobody cares. Terry Glenn died.
Yeah, that's a sad one.
Actually, a few people died. Let's see, Terry. Oh,
I'm just kidding. Mark Brunell's very much alive.
he is.
Yeah.
Oh, did you see that video of that North Korean soldier that made it across the border to South Korea and got shot like 5 times?
How do you make it over the border?
He ran like hell.
Well, why would he do that?
Why wouldn't you? At some point, you just give up. He's like, I don't want to be here.
He was in North Korea and he ran into South Korea?
Yeah, he crossed the line to get over because he was just sick of the shit. He was
Or the ZMB or whatever, the
DMZ.
DMZ.
And he was unconscious for a while. He woke up today. He got shot 5 times, and they found all these parasites in him.
Yeah.
And one of them was 10.5 centimeters long. Sorry, inches. Inches, not centimeters. Inches long.
In the guy inside the guy?
Yeah. And that goes to show the kind of horrible conditions that some of these soldiers are living under, or even the public is living over in North Korea. It's horrible.
Yeah.
I don't think we even have to do anything to North Korea. I think they're going to turn on themselves because it's just getting so bad over there, even worse than it was previously. And it's interesting if you watch the video. You see a truck speeding down the road, and then he gets out and runs. This other North Korean soldiers chasing him, shooting at him.
So you end up getting shot by a North Korean?
Yeah, because he was trying to leave the country.
Oh, okay.
Because you know how they're like a...
Yeah.
They have a shroud of secrecy in that country, and that's, you're...
Well,
supposed to leave. And I give him credit. That's That is an amazing human being to actually realize, you know what, fuck this, I know this is propaganda bullshit, I'm getting the fuck out of here, and running like hell. And
Well, you should have had a better plan.
well, you really can't make one.
I mean, that seems like a shitty plan. Driving down the road and then jumping out real quick.
No, you really can't make it. He did it at night when everyone was asleep or at dusk, and he ran, but he made it. He's alive.
I guess.
That takes a lot of balls. I mean, that goes to show it's like you knew something wrong with you.
Oh, he's alive?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you.
Yeah, the South Korean soldier just dragged him to safety.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah,
Okay.
you should check out the video sometime.
It's pretty intense.
That's ballsy. That takes a lot of balls to know you know you're going to get shot at. You know what's coming,
Yeah.
and to actually know how bad it is, the conditions you're in, to have the balls to actually do that.
That's like Terry Glenn driving. Who
Well,
knew?
no, he failed.
Well, he was by himself.
He wasn't trying to escape anybody.
Well, he must have been driving fast.
Yeah.
SUV flipped over by himself. No other cars involved. I'm guessing he didn't have a seatbelt on. That's about all I read into it. I haven't seen anything. Here's a random one for you. Have you? Do you remember these restaurant chains at all? Did you ever eat at a Howard Johnson's restaurant?
I never ate one, but I know what they are. And I'm actually annoyed. Remember Howard Johnson, the baseball player?
Yeah.
You would think they'd use him for promotional.
You would think so. And they probably would have saved the company. They're the weird roofs, the weird orange roofs.
Yep, I remember them. There
Where
was one
the-
in Danvers.
Where the Uno's restaurant is in Revere, that was a Howard Johnson's restaurant.
There's
So they
one in
knocked it
Danvers,
down.
too.
We're in Damas.
Kind of Liberty Tree Mall, where the hotel is. There's a Howard Johnson hotel. Kind of the Days Inn. It's
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
around there. There's
Yeah,
a Howard Johnson's.
Now it's at Denny's, I think.
Yes, I think that might be it.
Did you ever hear of a Sambo's?
Sounds familiar, but no.
Sambo's is a restaurant chain. Thousands of locations. Shut down in the 80s. It was sold to Denny's. So
Wow.
if you eat at Denny's today, at one time it might have been a Sambo's. Susan, familiar with the Sambo's?
No, never heard of it.
Me neither. Interesting. We also have the next one on the list. Kenny Rogers Roasters.
No idea what that is.
It is. It was like Kenny Rogers had a chain of chicken restaurants, best known from the episode of Seinfeld, where Kenny Rogers opened up across the street from Jerry's apartment, and the big red light was blaring into Kramer's apartment, and they had it switched. It was sold off to Nathan's in 1998.
Hot dogs.
Hot dog chain bought it. Yeah, so short-lived for Kenny Rogers. Mini Pearl's Chicken. Apparently that was a restaurant. You know who Minnie Pearl is?
Never heard of it.
Yeah. I know who she is.
She was
I've
some-
never heard of her restaurant.
She was some chick that had a restaurant.
Never heard of her. And never
She had
heard
nearly...
You don't know who Minnie Pearl is?
Don't know who Minnie Pearl is.
She's a singer?
She's educating us.
She's an old country singer. She's dead now, but her trademark was she would wear hats, and they had the tag hanging on the side.
Oh, yeah. There's a picture of her.
Vanilla
Yeah.
Ice did that too, actually.
500 locations.
Wow.
Didn't last long, though. They fell apart really quick.
Yeah, the restaurant business, I would never want to get into it. It's a shit show.
You familiar with the All-American Burger?
That's a restaurant?
Yeah.
No,
was
I've
a
heard of things
Southern-
called the American.
It was a Southern California All-American Burger chain. It was never more than regional food. Yeah, so it never made it out of California. It was featured in Fast Times and Ridgemont High.
That makes sense. I mean, California's the mecca of fast food. You get In-N-Out Burger, you got Del Taco, or just in fast food in general. You got everything down there.
How about White Tower?
No. What?
The first White Castles opened in 1921 and
Yeah, I know
became the
White
most
Castle.
popular food chain. Let's see. At its height, there were 230 White Towers, but the chain died after legal actions from White Castle. Okay, so it was a company that built them. It actually kind of looks like a White Castle building. They called themselves White Tower, and they got sued and ran out of business, which would make sense. Do you remember Chi-Chi's?
Yes. Cheese,
There's a Chi-
salsa. I remember that commercial.
There's a Chi-Chi's in Danvers.
I never went. I remember the commercials.
2003, hepatitis broke out in some of their food and it killed the franchise.
You know what? That is how, believe it or not, you know how they're still around, but what's it, Jack in the Box?
Yeah.
They're still around, and they used to be up here, but apparently a bunch of people died eating their food, so they had to close a bunch of chains up here, and they just
Mad
kinda
cow
stayed down
disease.
south.
Yeah, it was mad cow disease in some of them.
And now they're making their way slowly back up here again.
I ate a couple of them before. They're alright. Nothing to write home about.
Which one?
A what?
Jack in the Box.
Yeah,
Do you remember Steak and Ales?
Yeah.
Sticking Al's went out of business about 10 years ago. There was one there at my grandmother's house in Fort Myers. It was alright.
I don't know if I ever ate at one, but I do remember it.
It was kind of like I kind of remember of an old, like, restaurant.
Yeah.
I don't know. A little odd. A little interesting. Some of these I don't even heard of before.
What's that song?
Gino's Hamburger, you ever hear of that?
Oh.
Gino time.
It was turned into Roy Rogers.
Okay.
So a lot of these died because other restaurants bought them. Burger Chef, you ever hear of Burger Chef?
Nope.
This place looks like a combination of a Dairy Queen / McDonald's. This was.
Wait, I gotta see this photo. Hold on.
Yep, that's a very accurate description.
This Burger Chef had over 1,000 locations in rival McDonald's,
And
it was bought by Hardee's.
It looks like they stole the hamburger sign from Burger King.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
And so Hardee's bought that one. So a lot of these were defunct because other things bought it. Mr. Steak, you ever hear of Mr. Steak?
No, never.
They had they went bankrupt in '87. Had 300 locations across the United States.
That's a stupid name.
Mr. Steak. That's confused with Mr. Milkshake. Bob's Big Boys.
Yeah. Big Boy?
Yeah.
Not around anymore?
Chain is still holding. They have about 100 locations in California and the Midwest. That's it.
They have that giant statue.
I remember there used to be a Big Boys up in upstate New York in one of the rest areas.
Never been to one, but I've heard of them.
It's all right. What do you think, Tommy? Tommy's getting all excited about the food. Look, he's wagging his tail. Bennigan's.
Yes.
Which one?
Do you remember Bennigan's?
Yes.
Bennigan's had the best chicken tenders.
However, they always lag behind Fridays, Applebee's, and Chili's. The chain was sold several times, filed bankruptcy in 2008, and there's only about 23 locations still left.
Uh-huh.
Bennigan's. There was one. Where the hell was there one? I think there was one in one of the malls. The Ponderosa Steakhouse. Ever go to that?
Sounds familiar.
They only have 20 left in the country. Bonanza Steakhouse was their sister company. All I remember is was it Ponderosa where the people were getting shot when the DC sniper was going around back in the early 2000s?
Oh, yes, I remember that. They had the person, he was in the trunk.
Yeah. Charlie Brown's Steakhouse. Familiar with this? Big chain, died in the 80s, was big in New Jersey.
Oh, speaking of bankruptcy, you were saying that other place filed for bankruptcy, but little slightly off topic, but you know how Toys R Us filed for bankruptcy recently?
Yeah.
They asked for more money from the government so they could pay over $113 million to their executives. They're like, can you give us this money? Because we need to give this money in bonuses to our executives.
Well, maybe if they didn't give their executives so much money, they wouldn't go
Maybe they get
bankrupt.
themselves out of it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Henry's.
And that's just for bonuses?
Yep. Just for bonuses.
Oh.
Yep.
I
Well,
hope the government laughed in their face.
I know, right? Yeah, I didn't see a follow-up.
who knows? I wouldn't doubt if they gave him the money.
True.
How about Pumpin' Taco? It was a gas station / taco stand.
I like Okay, this is obviously down south. Pumpin' tacos.
I'm sorry.
Hey,
I
now.
like it.
I'm sorry.
I like the idea.
Sorry. Poppin' Taco. I read that wrong.
Poppin'. Okay.
Yes, it was not a gas station / taco restaurant, but that would have been a good idea.
You just went from south to ghetto.
Yeah, it was bought by Taco Bell in 1984.
Although I will say, in
I like it. Gas station tacos. It's like 7-Eleven sushi.
I like gas station coffee.
I want 7-Eleven sushi.
in a little area in my hometown, there is a Taco Bell connected with a gas station.
Well, there's a lot of those in truck stops driving down the south.
It's a pumpkin taco.
There you go.
I don't know why.
Do you remember A&W root beer stores? Have you ever been to one of those?
I know A&W root beer, but I do not know the
They
story.
used to have like a burger chain.
I've
Back in
seen
the day.
one. They've got one in Pigeon Forge.
They do, actually. Yeah, we did drive by that. It's a
And
newer
it's like your old school, kind of like a Sonic style setup.
Yeah.
Have you been to Sonic yet? There's one on Route 1. I still have not been.
It's disgusting.
Yeah, they're not good.
Yeah.
Sonic's terrible.
They're big in my hometown too.
I'm going to try just to try it, but I probably will not be satisfied.
Still like pumpkin taco. I like that
I
idea.
want to try that. I like that gas station tacos. I mean, the two don't go together.
Rack's roast beef.
Sounds familiar, but I do not.
Never heard of this. Let's see.
It's probably Kelly's kind of.
1980s, salad bars, food stations, yada yada yada, mismanagement. Oh, you're not a fan of Rex Tacos? I'm sorry. Did I offend you? Okay. She's like, this segment's boring. Let's move on.
I like it,
What
actually.
about Pals?
I love food.
Pals is still around.
I know.
These are just defunct chains.
Like I said, next to sexual favor is food.
The
Yes.
Red Barn hamburgers. Do you remember this?
Red Barn.
So there was one, I believe,
The name sounds familiar, but I don't.
the height in the middle of the 20th century, Red Barn franchise. She had about 300, 400 locations in 19 states, as well as outlets in Ontario, elsewhere, Canada, and Australia. I feel like, it looks like a big barn. I feel like this was on Route 1 at one point.
Yeah, I was thinking the same exact thing, actually.
Perhaps.
Actually, you know what, though? It kind of looks like a mini golf course from right here.
Yeah, I'm trying to put my
doesn't look like
finger
it.
on it. Like, I feel like that building at one time was changed something else. Pioneer Chicken.
Never heard of it.
Let's see. It had advertised. Let's see. Pioneer Chicken in California, a staple in the 1980s. At the height, the chain had 270 locations and advertised by sports legends Chick Hearn and O.J. Simpson.
O.J. Simpson.
I mean,
All right.
okay.
He's
Alright.
already getting in trouble, too. I didn't read that. I didn't read what it was about.
Why was he doing now?
I don't know what O.J. did.
Last one, Sandy's. Sandy's. You ever heard of Sandy's?
I've heard of Sandy's, but I don't know where they are, but I know the name.
They also got bought by Hardee's.
Damn.
Hardee's is buying everything
They're
else.
still around, right?
Hardee's?
Where are they? When they're located?
It's Hardee's and Carl's Jr. They're the same company.
All right, I know Carl's Jr. And they're not around here, but
No, it's in certain areas. Yeah, what did OJ do?
let's see. O.J. Simpson recently. Simpson juice on the juice. I thought I saw he did something.
I thought he was okay. I know he was at some casino hanging out.
He got banned from a hotel bar.
Why do they just leave OJ alone? The guy's 72 years old.
He got banned from a bar. That's all it says.
Oh,
But
he was being obnoxious.
he did. I mean, we all know he killed somebody.
Killed a couple people.
A couple, yes.
I mean, he just didn't kill one person. He
I think
brutally
it's
murdered two
hilarious.
people.
He lost the criminal trial. You know, he won the criminal trial and lost the civil. And then Ron Goldman, who just robbed him of everything. Like, I heard it got so bad to the point where O.J. was doing an
Ron
interview.
Goldman was brutally murdered.
No, the father.
What was the father's name?
Ron Goldman.
Was it?
I think no, maybe not. But I think it might have been also Ron Goldman. But anyway, so the father though, Goldman, he literally would see something. OJ would be doing an interview,
Yeah.
and he might have a watch on, and then he would see that watch and be like, "I want that watch," and he would get it. That's how bad it was, and the amount of money that was trying to be recouped from OJ. And they tried to rob that.
Can't touch his pension though. It's the only thing they can't touch.
Is that true? Oh God, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's protected.
Wow.
So he could still make $250,000. What was it? Was it 125? A $250 million a year?
Did you know that?
Something crazy like that. I forget what the hell it is.
Speaking of pensions, I have a buddy who's a firefighter, and he was telling me that one of the main reasons he never wants to get married is because if he gets divorced, then she can come after that.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck? That's like the equivalent of someone going after our 401k, and obviously they can't. If you were to get divorced, no one can go after your 401k. That's yours. No, they can't.
Once you cash in, they can.
Well, you're not going to cash in. You're supposed to touch that once you retire.
Yeah. So once you retire and cash in, your ex-wife could take it.
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Obviously, but I'm
So
talking
you,
sooner.
so you're paying into your 401k for your entire life just for your ex-wife to steal. Ex-wife can take anything.
But you're going to be that old. That's my point, though. But
Well,
with
I
your
mean-
pension, no.
Brides can still be bitter.
But they
30
can
years
tie
later.
into your pension even sooner.
Well, you
That's my
can't-
point.
Well, you can't cash
If
into
you're
your
a fi-
pension until you're 65 years old.
No, but she
Or
can
retire
feel
for 10 years.
entitled to that and actually get a portion of that already before you retire.
She
That's my
can't-
point.
Oh, no, she cannot. Not for
your
pension.
pension? As
No.
a firefighter, you can.
No,
but-
not for any pension. An idea of a pension is you can't touch your pension until you actually retire. Because
No, he can't, but she can get tied to that.
Yeah, like you can get tied to your 401k as
She
well.
wouldn't get it until.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
she
can
would
cash
get
into
them,
it.
yes, but your 401k can't get touched.
This is once you cash it out.
Okay, let's say you and me are married. Like, we live in an age now, but let's say you and me are married, Arty, right?
Yeah.
If we were to get married and divorced in a year,
Mhm.
you could never touch my 401k.
Yes, I can. As soon
Yeah,
as,
you can.
as
No,
soon
you
as, you're,
can't.
as soon as you're 65 and a half
No,
years old.
you
Actually,
can't.
67 and a
cannot
quarter.
touch my
Oh, yeah, no, I've known people. I've known people who
You
are
can't.
in my parents' age
Yeah.
who are getting divorced, stealing their husband's
That's
401k.
part of your
You can't.
assets.
Yeah, it's asset. It's all
Yeah, but
assets.
it's assets that you can't. And
There is,
401k
unless it's a prenuptial agreement, everything that you have as a male is accessible to your ex-wife.
But it
There's
also
nothing.
depends on your income too.
Not even. I have family members who know people who barely make any money, whose their ex-persons has been pretty much bleeding them dry.
I'm pretty sure you wouldn't be able to touch my 401k. I'm almost
Get a good enough lawyer.
But I know the pension is a little bit different.
There is not one thing, and this is why the women have the power, that a wife can't not touch.
I thought we're all equal.
Not when it comes to divorce.
And not when it comes to the school system.
Women get the kids and they get the money.
And they get to touch the boys in school.
And that's why a lot of women don't get. That's why a lot of women don't get remarried. They're smart. Now, if a woman did get remarried, then she's not eligible to a pension. But if she just stays single her entire life, then she can still get your pension. So, as a woman, why would you get married for a second time when you have a cash in coming to you?
Yeah.
That's why you don't get married.
Yeah.
Right, Sue?
Do you know an ex-spouse can also, when you die, an ex-spouse can also draw on your Social Security?
Mm-hmm.
I think it
That
depends
is
on a
true.
lot of factors. You can't just do that.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, you can. You just gotta get a lawyer. That's what divorce lawyers are for. That's why you pay them big bucks.
See, people are animals.
You know what's great about when you get divorced? You have to pay for your wife's lawyer, too. So you're paying for...
That
so-
depends on the income, though. That
Yeah.
is solely dependent on the income.
Still, you're paying for the guy who's screwing you.
But why are people such animals? Why can't it just be like, I don't like you, we're done.
Because I'm sure
Goodbye.
if a woman's being bitter about a divorce, the husband's probably screwing around on her.
See, there's only two instances I believe in that kind of bullshit where it's like, I'm going to take all your shit, and it's abuse or infidelity. I feel like those two are the two things that, yeah, you know what, go for it. Otherwise, if it's like, I don't like you, it didn't work, split.
No,
Goodbye.
you tell that to a woman
Yeah.
who's not working.
It's 'cause
Once.
she's lazy.
Well, she's like, oh, lazy or smart?
No, it's lazy. Honestly,
I'm not saying it's right that they can do that whatsoever. It's not right at all. But I am saying that it can be done, and I've seen it done.
Like,
It gets done pretty swiftly.
I remember a
And-
certain
and-
person who I will not mention texted in group. Remember, it was like, "What's the matter, Adam? Jealous?" Because she was saying how she had to get a job if she got a divorce. Remember? Somebody, you don't remember this?
Vulgarity of that is just blows my mind.
No, do you know what I'm talking about? Though?
No.
So oh my god, in a group text message, somebody who you might be, look at I'm doing quotations, might be as in you are, related to, said how...
Oh, my cousin?
about fantasy lineups, yes.
Yeah.
Or else I'd get a divorce. And then she said, but then I'd have to get a real job. And
Yeah.
I said, yeah, God forbid you do that. And she said, oh, well, what's the matter, Adam? Jealous? And I said, no, I'm not at all.
She likes being a stay-at-home mom, I
Right.
guess.
Because
Alex
the
Wallace.
thought of needing an allowance, I like my own money. Like, the thought of having to ask somebody for money and not having my own money would bother me. I don't want an allowance. I want to be able to have my...
Alex Wallace says you also can get divorced if the husband can't get it up, which does make sense. If you have a deflated pee-pee.
That's sad. Then that means the guy will get more money. Because, I mean, come on, that's some hardship right there. No pun
I guess so.
intended.
A lack thereof. Alex speaks of a man of experience,
That
I
was
think.
not a legit...
Alex, has this happened to you? Are you experiencing this issue?
I have psychologically, but not really. Like, where I'm...
Psychologically, you can't get it up?
Yeah, where it psychologically defeated me, and I was like, what's going on here? Why can't this happen? But I was attracted, and I was like, what's happening, buddy?
Yeah.
You know?
The little guy wasn't working. He was out for
Yeah, it
lunch.
happens.
He's out
I
for
had
lunch when you
too
need
much
him.
alcohol, too much whatever. It's like, what's going on here?
Yeah, he was a man in the controls of the airplane.
It's embarrassing. It's the worst.
Tommy, it ever happened to you, buddy?
Self-inflicted ED.
You ever have self-inflicted ED? No? Of course not.
It is embarrassing.
Yeah, nice. He looked at me like I was
Well, Tommy's
talking.
snipped. He's all...
He still gets erections, though.
Stop licking your paw.
Tommy. Stop licking.
No?
Nope. Up. That's it.
Is that it?
Just about. No,
Really?
my girlfriend's ex-husband can't. That's why they got a divorce. Oh, makes sense. My girlfriend's ex-husband can't, and that's why they're getting divorced. So
That's-
Alex
that's
Wallace's girlfriend's ex-husband
That's sad.
couldn't get it up.
No, he was probably an asshole, and that's probably what she's saying. Because, I mean, really, a relationship
Alright.
isn't built on sex. I mean, sex is great, obviously, and you need it. You need intimacy. You do need that. But, like, to say that that's the reason you got a divorce is probably not the real reason.
Maybe they were swingers.
I mean, maybe.
Yeah, but if you're not compatible, then
I get, yes, that's probably
that's
connected,
going to
yeah.
lead to more issues.
But if it's a medical issue where you physically actually can't, that's what we don't know the full
Like
story.
maybe
Well,
he
yeah,
lost
yeah.
a pee-pee in an industrial accident.
No, maybe there's some sort of internal thing going on.
He was working in a cotton plant and got stuck in a line or something. I don't know. Anything is possible. I've almost lost my finger just doing routine stuff around the house. I can only imagine if you worked at a factory what you can lose.
I literally almost burnt my cock once reaching for something above my stove because you have the,
naked cooking.
quiet you. I was
Naked cooking sounds extremely dangerous and
naked
something
cooking
that
can
should not be
dangerous 'cause you have
done.
the stove right here, and then it's like if I'm naked and I have to reach.
Was it a
for
gas
cupboard,
stove?
And I go, no, it's not gas, but still, it's a hot electric stove right here. And if the cabinet's right here, I'm reaching on my tippy toes to grab something, and my cock is right there.
But why?
You know, it's.
First of all, I don't like to go anywhere within 10 feet of the kitchen when I'm not wearing proper clothing because it's dangerous. Like, are you going to walk into a welding plant, naked?
Well, that's different. It's a
It's not different. There's still sparks and fire that could burn.
Sparks. What you cook
There's
with
fire.
sparks.
How about you cooking a chicken cutlet?
I don't cook fried things.
Do you know how hot oil is when it
It's very
bubbles
oily.
up?
That's why there's no oil in it. It's like more like baking naked.
She got
Okay?
bacon, naked,
I'll
cakes
name
and stuff.
things Baking naked. All right.
Who the hell wants to eat a pie that you cook naked?
Nobody does. When I have to cook things for other people, nobody eats anything naked.
Like those Swedish meatballs you served us the other day for
Oh,
the
I didn't
Frank
make
Super.
those
Were you
naked.
cooking those naked?
No,
Are you sure?
I'm 100% sure.
You know, I don't think I
would
don't
never
believe
cook
him.
anything for people naked. No.
Kramer did. Kramer prepared salads in his shower because you put a garbage disposal in.
Who?
Kramer.
Oh, Seinfeld.
I prepared it while I bathed. That's what he said. That was an exact line. So if Kramer can do it, anything is possible. It's twice we made Kramer. It's twice we made Kramer today. Look at the Celtics just chipping away. Boom. Now by 8. Is that 8?
No,
12.
12, buddy.
Jesus, the other way around. God.
And not much has changed.
I don't understand. You gonna lose to the Heat?
You don't understand. They're losing by 12.
I can't believe they went into overtime the other day. I fell asleep, though, down by 12. I woke up and they were winning overtime. I don't know what's happening. I don't know. Alex Wallace, you're still invited. I know you live 2 hours away, but if you're in the Boston area,
He's 2 hours away now?
yeah, he lives. He says he's I don't know, lives all the way up in Western Mass.
Ah. Well, then.
Huge fan of the show, though.
Seems like a good guy.
Does seem like a good guy.
He was willing to be our bodyguard.
And I'm assuming his pee-pee works because he is with a girl whose ex pee-pee did not work. So that's also a plus. See kids? You have
Yeah.
children?
Yeah, those little kids walking
Noah, go get them.
Get him.
Go get them. Go get the strangers, Noah.
They're gonna attack us.
Go get them.
Get him.
Yeah. Oh, she's like, they don't seem threatening. Tommy, would you ever protect us or you just go kiss everyone?
That's a good question. But, happy Thanksgiving, sir.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving. Tomorrow is a day off for everyone except for Joey. Double
I'm
back.
making an edible cornucopia
Right now?
Sure.
in the morning.
In the morning.
Cornucopia.
How long is that going to take?
Good word.
An hour.
How do you make the cornucopia?
It's a surprise.
I like food.
You and your projects.
I'd like to see a photo. I like food.
I'll take one.
Yeah, cornucopia are fun. I plan on doing nothing but eating and drinking adult beverages all day tomorrow.
Yep. And watch your football.
And snoozing.
I'll probably take 7 naps. Might take a nap right after the show.
Oh, wait, cornucopia. Isn't it like that? It's like the basket.
It's like a horn.
It's like a horn. Yeah, the basket horn with the fruit coming stuff coming out.
What's the horn made of in real life?
Wicca, probably. Like a Wicca basket. That's what I've always seen it as.
Edible version or just
I don't know.
regular version?
Was there a real version and an edible version?
I want to see this. I love food.
I'm not familiar with the cornucopia.
I'm so glad I have a good metabolism. I would, if I was to die right now and you could see my soul rise from me, it would be this giant fat kid.
Should
What
be
would be
Maddie.
your last meal?
My last meal?
We've talked about this, I think, and
It all depended on how I'm going off. If it was electric chair, something hot and spicy, maybe Mexican. If it was lethal injection, maybe something like, like a pasta.
well,
Something
no matter what,
heavier.
you're gonna avoid your bowels. So I want to ruin it for the person that's got to clean up. So if I'm gonna die, I'm gonna eat like the worst thing and ruin it for them. I can't. That's tough. There's
That
a lot
sucks
of.
for them.
A lot of states don't give you the last meal anymore. They got rid of it.
Huh?
A lot of states got rid of your request for the last meal. They serve you whatever all the other prisons are serving.
Good.
Because this one asshole spoiled it for everyone. He ordered like 47
Didn't eat
things
it, yeah.
and didn't eat any of it. It cost like hundreds of dollars. So they said after that, that was in Alabama.
Good, they should, because I feel like most prisons are like a forced. Actually, prison in America.
Why should you get a choice of your last
I
meal?
know, right? Well, I mean, there's a reason you're on death row.
I think when you're on death
Yeah.
row, they should just wake you up one morning and kill you. They shouldn't
Yeah.
even tell you when your day's going to be.
Yeah.
You should be just laying there thinking you're going to go to the gym that day, and they
I
take you into the
agree.
room, and they just, surprise, today's the day you're
And
going
I
to
really
die.
think they should kill you the way you killed somebody if you're in there for murder.
That's
Yeah,
what
I
we
mean,
talked
that's
about this. We said
eye
they
for
should
an
set
eye.
up a movie studio. You and me were talking about
Yeah.
this. They should set up a movie studio so you die the same exact way that you killed somebody.
Yeah.
I think it'd be great.
Yeah, I think slowly putting you down like a dog is not exactly justice.
But
for
I've
all.
actually heard that the lethal injection is actually the most painful out of all of them. But you would never know that because you get like 3 shots.
How do you know if it's painful?
Well, here's the thing.
Anyone come back and tell you, but yeah,
No,
that
because
one really hurt.
No, because the person can't express it because
Yeah.
of the first 2 shots.
Okay.
Because they numb you, so you don't actually see. Imagine if all your organs were shutting down. It's going to be painful no matter what. But so the first couple shots actually shut down everything, and then the other one is so you don't feel it, and you can't convey with your muscles how much it hurts.
Oh.
This may be sick, but I think that I don't know.
Maybe the people who want
It would
redemption should
be
see it.
better to see them going through pain.
Sure, why not? I agree.
Humanity. Everyone's humane.
Yeah, and American prisons are like 4-star resorts compared to the rest of the
It's
world.
the pussification
Rest
of
world,
America.
Like dropping feces on the ground and smothered in like small areas.
Hey, you haven't lived until you were in a Tijuana jail. I can tell you that much. I've heard stories. That's where they should have left out Lorenzo Bell's kid. The one who-
Lasagna.
What the hell? What the hell's that guy's name? Idiot. The kid that
Yeah.
stole from
Yeah,
China.
Yeah.
Should have left him there.
He should have gotten. Yeah, he should have.
At least for a little while. They should have made him do a 6-month stint in a Chinese prison. See, next time you steal anything again, you're not going to learn your lesson.
He would've been
No,
fine.
this kid didn't learn a lesson because you know why? He got brought to America. He's not getting tried for anything, and he can still play basketball.
Mm-hmm.
So, in reality, what did you do? You just got away with stealing
Yeah, pretty much.
in a foreign country.
Yep.
And how is that justice for all? It's nuts. So, if I got caught stealing in a Chinese prison, I bet your ass I'd still be there right now.
Yep.
I'd be digging holes in the farmland.
Me too. I'd be crying and pissing myself and probably getting beaten by guards, possibly raped.
Probably having someone else's feces smeared on your face like you're an Indian
Probably,
going
like
through a
Indian
tribal
warrior.
dance.
It's like running down.
Well, with that
Yikes.
graphic image,
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
happy Thanksgiving. And we'll be back next week around the same time. And we'll be doing this again. And I'm sure we'll have some. Yep, there's the Celtics. They're right there. Moving in. Now they're down by 8. Cutting the lead. All right, we'll see you guys. You plugging anything? The Whirlwind Report.
Yeah,
the Packy.
WorldReports.com and thepacky.com and
all that good stuff.
In between and
And it's a celebrity dies every week, so we'll see who the next celebrity is going to be dead next week.
who
So
gets accused next.
or accused,
Or
yeah.
gets accused, yeah.
Can't wait to see who gets accused next. I can't wait. I hope it's one of us.
There was
It'll be here.
Probably be Eric.
It's gonna be. Yeah.
You better
Well,
be careful.
I know 17 instances of him sexually making advances on someone that didn't want him. So, oh, God, I think
It
the
was
guy
Nick Carter today.
Nick Carter got in trouble.
Yeah, and he got accused of.
Nice.
So it's just one person. I mean, when you have a flurry of people, you know it's probably legit. But when one person
Has anyone not ever sexually assaulted someone? That's what it sounds like. Seems like everyone does it.
Hollywood seems that way. Yeah.
Hey, whatever. I don't know. I want to see some guys coming out and saying that women touched them.
Oh, that black
It's
guy
gonna
did
be
that
next.
Terry
They were
Crews
talking
guy.
about it on the
I
morning
want to see.
this morning.
I want to see Sandra
On
Bullock.
the morning this morning.
That's a woman, not a man.
No, I want to see Sandra Bullock getting accused of touching someone.
That'd be hilarious.
Why? How do you know? You friends with Sandra Bullock?
I am.
Do you celebrate her catalog?
Huh?
Huh?
I'm friends with her.
Oh. Anywho, we'll be stay tuned next week and see who's the next person that got touched by someone, and we'll see what celebrities survived the week. And yeah, all right, that'll be it. We'll see you guys next week. Toodaloo. Bye bye.